Assalamualaikum. Today we are going to show you some animations regarding separation techniques, right? For example, the first one is the filtration process. So when we have to remove insoluble solid particles from the liquid, so we go for filtration process. In that we need a filter funnel, we need filter paper in which solid particles will be trapped and liquid will pass through it. The particles which will trap in the filter paper, we call them residue, and the particles which passes through the filter paper, we call it filtrate. So let's see. We have a mixture of sand and water. So we are going to separate it through filtration. Now solid is trapped on the filter paper, right? Now the next one is sublimation. Sublimation is a process. Basically, sublimation is in which when we heat the solid, it changes into gas directly. Usually, when we heat solid, it turns into liquid, and then liquid turns into gas. But over here, solid turns into gas directly. So, if something can sublime and it is mixed with another substance which cannot sublime, right? So we can separate them by using sublimation process in which we take a mixture on that watch glass and we have inverted glass funnel over it. Now, when we are going to heat it, you can see now this iodine is turning into vapors, right? Now the upper this part is comparatively cooler of the funnel, so you can see those vapors are solidifying over there, right? And then we can scratch that solid which is sublime. So iodine particles are there, while if you have any other thing in that mixture, it will be left behind on the watch glass, and you can take out that iodine by scratching it from that funnel. Now the next one is the distillation process. If you have to separate a liquid from a solution, right? If something get dissolved, for example, you're having salt solution and you want to get water out of it, so you will use the process simple distillation. The apparatus which we use in the simple distillation are the round bottom flask. We have a thermometer, and you can see the placement of the thermometer. It is just there where we have the opening of that tube. This one is called condenser, or we may say it's a Liebig condenser. It has water in and out pipes. So basically, it is made up, it is a double jacket tube in which water just revolve around the tube so that it cools down. Let's see when we are going to heat that water solution, salt solution. Now you can see the temperature rises on the thermometer, and now the water is turning into vapors. These vapors will pass through this tube having the condenser. They will condense back into liquid, and we can collect the liquid over there in the flask, and we call it distillate. So now this is the purest water we have it. Its boiling point will be 100 degrees Celsius. Now the next one is the paper chromatography. When we have different dyes and we have to separate them, especially the ink one or food dye, so we use chromatography for paper. So how we do it, we need a paper, that is a filter paper or chromatography paper. Then we have to draw the line in pencil, right? Now we just put the crosses where we have to put the spots of our mixture, dye or the food color, right? Now we are putting a red dye, we are putting a blue dye. You may dry it by using hair dryer, or no need to dry it even sometimes. We just fold that paper, or we can hold it by using a pencil, and we keep it in the beaker containing the solvent. What is that solvent? It may be alcohol, it may be water. After a few minutes, you can see those liquid will travel with the solvent, right? And they will be separated into its component. For example, the first one is comprises of two dyes, orange and red. So we can see two different spots there. The second one is comprises, it's not also pure. So it is comprises of three components, in which one is yellow, one is green, and one is blue. Then you need to take out that paper. Now draw the line in pencil immediately where the liquid stops traveling. Then you may dry the paper. This line is called solvent front, right? Now the paper is drawn. Now the next thing is we have to find out RF value. What is RF value? RF value is basically the ratio between the distance moved by the component and distance moved by the solvent. So you need to measure the line. For example, if I have to find out the RF value of the red dye, so just see from the center till the line, I have to measure the distance. So you can see A is the distance from the starting point till the center of the dye, while S is the distance from the starting point till the solvent front, right? So we measure it and we just divide it to get our RF value, right? So this is the way how we perform paper chromatography. So we use paper chromatography even for amino acids, right? But as amino acids are colorless substance, so we have to spray them. After the separation, we need to spray them by using a substance which make them visible. That substance is called a locating agent. That's all for today.